This is Michael Orrell of MobileBurn.com. We're going to take a brief look at Motorola's i465 clutch for Boost Mobile and Sprint Nextel's push-to-talk networks. You can see the clutch has a very small display. It only has a 128 by 160 pixel resolution. It's also not a super high contrast or color saturation either, but it's kind of passable, I suppose, because this is a durable device. While it doesn't have waterproofing, it is shock resistant, dust resistant, all that kind of stuff. And of course, the big selling feature is that it has a nice full QWERTY keyboard, even though it's a fairly narrow handset. On the left-hand edge here, you'll see we've got the volume controls, and we've got the push-to-talk walkie-talkie button. Also, the oddly covered port for the 2.5mm headset jack and the micro USB connector for power. Now, the odd thing about this is you can't take the back cover off unless this cover is opened, at which point you can then slide it forward. Odd design, but I guess that was kind of required in order to get the dust resistance. Nothing much to see other than a lanyard loop on the right-hand edge. Nothing much at all on the top of the device, and the top of the back cover you can see where the VGA resolution camera is, and yes, that's VGA, so it's not particularly impressive. Nice pattern on the back of the device, has a really good feel to it, and then there's nice soft edges overall. The front edging is a soft touch paint. Has a good feel to it. Keyboard's a little bit cramped, but as is the display, you can see it's not even enough room to write messages or contacts here. But if we pull up the message editor, we can create a new message just so you can see how it works. Go straight to the message itself. Works quite well. Really nothing wrong with it at all, except being a little bit narrow. The way the keys are designed, it's quite easy to see which number keys are which buttons, and at the same time see the letters. A lot of hardware keys on this device. The main menu is brought up with this button here. There's also quick access to profiles just by hitting the center D-pad button here. Of course, some shortcuts as well, up or down on the D-pad, left and right as well. Dedicated Create New Message button up here in the upper right-hand corner. Web browser, not much to talk about the web browser. It's really a WAP browser, and of course, dedicated button for bringing up the camera. Speakerphone control here, right next to the call-in button. A couple of shortcuts like messaging right down here, and the symbol mode for entering in special symbols on the keyboard. If you press the walkie-talkie button here, it'll bring up the walkie-talkie feature menu. You can see you can send your contact information, messages, and of course you can do voice communications as well. Main menu, as we showed, is quite brief. You can refill your Boost account on the Boost Mobile version. The Sprint Nextel device has a slightly different menu. Bluetooth support, go into the main menu, just so you can take a quick look around. Some personalization options, and you can reset those shortcuts to what you want. So that's our quick look at the Motorola i465 clutch for Boost Mobile and Sprint Nextel. It's a compact and rugged QWERTY messaging device for the iDEN networks. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.